It's a typical Friday night in North Texas. The Frisco high school football season is in full swing. And for Dallas Stars goaltender Ben Bishop, it's a homecoming of sorts.
To be back and, kind of see the high school again, it's pretty neat how it's all come full circle.
12 years ago, Ben graduated from Frisco High.
I had a great time at Frisco High School. I got to meet a lot of people, and it was a great experience. And obviously, the rink was down the street, so after school, I'd go to practice, and on the weekends, we'd play our games.
Raised in St. Louis, Ben lived in Frisco for a year while playing for the Texas Tornado, a junior team in the North American Hockey League. At a towering 6'6", Ben stood out on the ice and in the hallways.
He was really tall, and he barely fit in the classroom. Like, he would have to duck, and then forget about sitting in the desk because he was so big, he barely fit in the desk.
You just had to look at those long arms and stuff and think, okay, he's probably in the perfect position. He can probably span the whole goal box just like that.
Bishop felt at home in Texas and fit in with the Tornado, a team that won the NAHL championship the year prior.
I was a young guy and just kind of sat back and watched all these older guys, and they'd won the year before, so they had a lot of experience, and just kind of followed the way, and we were a really good team.
Early in the season, Ben became a fan favorite after an altercation at center ice with an opposing goalie.
The two goalies! Here we go! They're squaring off at center!
We were winning the game. It was in the third period, and the kind of scramble broke out in the corner, and guys were fighting, and kind of looked down the other way, and the other goalie wanted to go, so I, couldn't back down, so we met up at center ice.
Ah, here we go! Bishop lands up right, takes down Hitch, crowd going crazy! Woo!
The rink was packed, they were going crazy.
This goes to show you what a team player Benny is. He's got a shutout. Woo! 10-08
left. 10-08, Benny!
Pretty funny to watch it, but definitely a good time.
After a stellar season, the Tornado would go on to win the NAHL championship yet again.
That was a lot of fun going into that summer, preparing for school after just winning the championship gave me a lot of confidence going into college, and kind of had that hunger to, want to win the whole thing every year.
Bishop's exceptional play in Frisco impressed scouts as he was selected by his hometown team, the St. Louis Blues, in the third round of the 2005 NHL draft.
Going through the combine and talking to a bunch of different NHL teams, I never really thought that, St. Louis was going to be the option, but it was kind of a dream come true.
Ben would spend 3 seasons at the University of Maine before turning pro in 2008. After several years with the Blues and Senators organizations, Ben had a breakout season when he arrived in Tampa Bay.
I guess I'd been playing up and down in the NHL for, 5 years up to that point, and when I went to Tampa, I was ready for it. When I got there, that was kind of my main focus, was to just, take over the job and, not look back.
In 2014, he was a finalist for the Vezina Trophy as the league's top goaltender, and the following season, he led the Lightning all the way to the Stanley Cup final.
Played a lot of hockey, a lot of, 2 Game 7s. It's a lot of high-pressure situations, but, as an athlete, it's the most fun time. Whenever you go that far and don't win your last game, it's tough. Fuels the fire that much more to get back there and, hoist that cup.
Motivated by that elusive Stanley Cup ring, Bishop signed a 6-year contract with the Stars in May.
We wanted to be here. We wanted to, sign a long-term in Dallas and get on a team that had a chance to win.
We made the trade for him. He was very excited to come here. He committed to come here, and I think that kind of sent a ripple through the league that this is going to be something special.
After more than a decade away from the Metroplex, Ben has found comfort once again in Texas and is determined to bring playoff hockey back to Dallas.
We have high expectations, but at the same time, you can't look too far ahead. And the playoffs are the goal. You got to make the playoffs and then just get to the dance, and then obviously anything can happen in the playoffs.
With Bishop in the fold, the Stars believe that their window of opportunity to win is wide open.
Anytime you want to make a run at a Stanley Cup, it starts in the net. We can go into games very confident now, knowing that we got one of the best in the league behind us. That goes a long way for helping a team win.